to another episode of Classic Dallas Cowboys Talk with Sean Farrell. I am Sean Farrell. God is great all the time. All the time, God is great. Let's not waste no more time. Let's get right to it. So, today's topic is the 95 Cowboys. Okay. Probably one of my favorite teams of all time. Simply because they just had to overcome so much in that regular season, and they were dealing with so much stuff during the regular season. They overcame it all. It's like Larry Brown said, there wasn't a moment or time that went by that whole 95 season that the Cowboys could go a free week without the press, the media. We were dealing with something every single week, and it was just a very difficult time for us. And a lot of guys didn't know how to handle it. And so that was pretty appropriate for Larry Brown to say. The drama of that season actually started in week 1 when they blew out the New York Giants 35-0 on opening night. If you recall, Emmitt Smith's first run of the season was a 65-yard touchdown run by Emmitt Smith. That was also the night where Jerry Jones did a separate deal with Nike with the Dallas Cowboys. If you remember, Jerry walked out onto the field with Phil Knight on Monday Night Football. And not only that, Kevin Smith actually got injured week 1. So he was lost for the season. Kevin Smith was lost for the season. And then, of course, the Deion Sanders signing. Then there was the lackluster effort against the Vikings. They won 23-17 in overtime. The Cowboys did. They won 23-17, but it was not one of the better performances that the Cowboys had. It was as Darren Woodson said. We really weren't all that good, but we kept on winning. Okay. And the Cowboys defense was ranked 12th in the NFL in 1995. So they had slid back defensively. Offensively, you still had Aikman, Urban Smith. Charles Haley missed some time with back issues. Lett and Clayton Holmes were suspended for parts of the year. Deion Sanders finally made his debut against the Atlanta Falcons, which was kind of appropriate to come back against a team that drafted him in '89. Now, they did have 2 losses to the Redskins, okay, which the Redskins were one of the worst teams in the league in 1995. So they did lose to the Redskins in overtime in week 4 or 5, I believe. And not only did they lose, Troy Aikman was accused of playing soft against his former offensive coordinator, Norv Turner, which was complete and utter bullshit, okay? And so, then there was the San Francisco game. Yeah, there was a San Francisco game. Oh man. Not only did they they beat us pretty soundly, 38-20. it was as Daryl Johnston said, this one was worse than the NFC Championship game. We never even got close. Okay. And yeah. They came in and pretty much kicked their butts into Texas Stadium that week, 38-20, and it was a pretty big deal. But we came right back the following week, and beat the Raiders in Oakland, and then the Chiefs, who had the NFL's best record at that time. I believe they were 10-1. We played the Chiefs on Thanksgiving. That game was pretty much a cakewalk. 24-12, we won. And so the Chiefs were now 10-2, and the Cowboys were 9-2, and that was thinking that this was going to be that year's Super Bowl, Chiefs versus Cowboys in the 95 Super Bowl. Okay. Then we played Washington again, and we lost to Washington again. Many of y'all might not know this, but Washington had a quarterback by the name of Heath Shuler. Okay. Heath Shuler. One of the who was considered one of the top draft busts. Heath Shuler outplayed Troy Aikman that game. Okay. And then to all you old head Cowboy fans, we all remember 4th and 1 in Philly. Yeah, we all remember 4th and 1 in Philly. I watched that game. We all remember 4th and 1 in Philly. Okay. What old head Cowboy fans don't remember 4th and 1 in Philly? Okay. Here's the thing about it, though. They think Harry Switzer made the call. Made the play call. The first time Barry Switzer said go for it. You got to put that on Ernie Zampese. Easy. Okay. He was an offensive coordinator. You got to put that on Ernie Zampese. Because he called load left the first time. Didn't make it. Then the 2-minute warning went off. The 2-minute warning went off. And Barry Switzer says, go for it again. And Ernie Zampese calls load left again. And they tried again. Doesn't work. And so, Eagles win 20-17. Then things are looking pretty shaky. Rich Dalrymple, the former PR guy for the Cowboys. Richie D is what I call him. Richie D called it the December from hell. Okay. Because it was just one disaster right after another. And so we almost had a third straight loss versus the New York Giants. But Chris Bonio bailed us out with a last-second field goal. Chris Bonio bailed us out with a last-second field goal. We beat the Giants 21-20. And then the final regular season game was in Arizona. And while the plane was en route to Arizona, the Cowboys learned that the Eagles had lost, and the 49ers got upset by the Atlanta Falcons. And so, if the Cowboys go into Arizona on Christmas Eve and win, they get home field advantage throughout the playoffs, okay? And so they go into Arizona and they pretty much stomped Arizona 37-13. Kevin Williams, 205 yards. Emmitt Smith sets the all-time record for touchdowns in the season. And so, from Kevin Smith's injury to the Deion Sanders signing to the losses to the Redskins to Lett and Clayton Holmes suspension. Now y'all all forget Troy Aikman was accused of being a racist. And that situation came from the second Redskins game in Texas Stadium where Kevin Williams, the wide receiver for the Cowboys, he ran the wrong route. And Troy Aikman got ticked. And Troy Aikman got ticked and said, Kevin, get this effing right. And so there were some black players on the Cowboys who said, that's racism. Give me a break. Give me a break, okay? Come on. Come on. Kevin Williams ran the wrong route, okay? What do you expect Troy Aikman's going to do? Come on, man. Come on, man. You got to run the right route, okay? He just wants you to do what you have to do to win games. Troy just wants you to do what you do to win games. It was as Daryl Johnson said. You didn't want to disappoint Troy. You didn't want Troy mad at you. It was as Darren Woodson said. Winning games, winning Super Bowls. That's what made Troy Aikman happy. Okay. So through all that drama, we defeated Philadelphia 30-11 in the playoffs, beat Green Bay, and Larry Brown's 2 interceptions steal the 3rd Super Bowl title in 4 years. And so, yeah, a lot of drama, but Cowboys overcame it. And I'll just end with this. Daryl Johnson said, my position coach Joe Brodsky said it was one of the best performances he ever seen. And Daryl Johnson said, why is that? And then he said, Joe Brodsky said, because you guys won in spite of the coaching. So yeah, that was fitting into the 95 season. All right, that's it, and that's all for Classic Cowboys Talk. I'm Sean Farrell. May God bless you all. Jesus Christ is Lord. I'm out of here. See y'all on the next one.